So you keep referencing "Love You Still," and I want to talk about that really
Yes.
quickly because if I remember correctly in my interview with Sergio, I believe he said that that was
Mm,
his most difficult song to produce. If I remember correctly. So
okay.
let me just double check. I want to check the track list and make sure I have that correct. So I'm pretty sure.
Sure.
I feel like it was either "Will You Stay" or "Love You Still," but I feel
It's
like
Will You Stay?
was it "Will You Stay"? You should have
It's
corrected
Will You
me.
Stay?
You should have corrected me. You knew I was wrong. Okay, then forget
Maybe
that.
because maybe your conversation went elsewhere, but I'm pretty sure it's Will You Stay?
That's funny. Okay, well then scratch that. But the point that I was going with it,
Yes.
that's funny. Where I was going though was the fact that like he obviously had a track that was difficult for him to do. Were there any
Mm.
specifically that you found more difficult to write, or was it "Will You Stay"? Was it "Love You Still"? Like, were there any that were harder, or were they all equally as intense to write?
I think they were all just equally intense
Sure.
to write. I would definitely say though that Love You Still was a bit harder for me just because it came from a very personal experience, both for me and for Dave. But within the three tracks with Trophy, Mirror, and I think with Mirror, we went back and forth a couple times with the lyrics and melody, just because we had an initial draft of the song, but I personally wasn't satisfied with it. That's why it took longer. Will You Stay was easy because I think it was really Dave who wrote that song through and through, from the verse to everything. It was just my hand in that song was really more of the riffs and the melodies and stuff, but the lyrics were all his because it's really his perspective as well. For Trophy also, it was okay. It wasn't like we weren't really struggling just because at that time when we were writing Trophy, we were going through some very annoying stuff. So it was easy to just put it out in two songs and then there's Trophy right now.
Yeah.
But everything was just all equally challenging but also very very satisfying when we got to finish. I think Mirror was the one that took the longest to write, I think.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah, it's killer, man.